we are actually a listed company in Hong Kong. Our original business and our main business is actually our Web3 exchanges. We are the first licensed Web3 exchange in Hong Kong and one of the largest Web3 exchange in Asia right now. And then we started this new initiative called BizPay last year because we have already built the very strong Web3 infrastructure with licenses all over the world. And in addition to serving the Web3 community, we believe we can also use that infrastructure to service traditional payment companies or traditional businesses. So that because there are more and more cases where suppliers actually want to receive stablecoin as their payment, or customers actually want to send stablecoin, etc. So that's why we see the need for stablecoins in traditional business are increasing. So that's why we created this BizPay platform so that we can use the stablecoin that we have, or the rail that can support stablecoin for cross-border payment. So I think one key, the driver of the stablecoin adoption is indeed regulation. Because as you have mentioned, Hong Kong actually just have launched the stablecoin license recently and also selected 2 partners that we actually also work closely with. And then there's like the Genius Act in the US, there's like MiCA in Europe. And all these regulations actually create confidence to the traditional finance area. So that previously, because blockchain, as I explained in the talk earlier, blockchain is just a better technology. But initially, it didn't help, or it didn't go into the traditional finance because companies are worried about, is it okay? Is it safe? Is it secure? So with all these regulations, it's actually give the confidence to businesses that, okay, these are actually being governed by the government, by different government, so that they can feel safe to use. And our role in OSL is to make sure that, because different government, as I've mentioned, have different regulation and have different requirements. So in order for traditional business to all know all these things, it's complicated. So our role in OSL is want to mask this complexity so that they can use us. And then we can make sure that the way we send payment from Indonesia to Hong Kong is compliant to Indonesian rule as well as Hong Kong rule. So I think it will be a more and more important role right now. So the adoption definitely is increasing, but I think right now a lot of the businesses are still using the traditional way of sending payment, which is actually costly and take a long time. So, but as I've mentioned, the regulation actually just come out in these past maybe 1-2 years. So the adoption is picking up. So my expectation for between GBA or between ASEAN is that there will be more and more adoption of the stablecoin payment. Well, and stablecoin payment, there are actually 2 definitions. One definition is really the traditional business actually using stablecoin to send to their supplier or receive stablecoin. So this is really using stablecoin for the payment or the receiving. But there's actually the third way, which is also one of our product, which is what we call sandwich. So meaning a traditional payment company or traditional business, they may still want to receive fiat currency. I want to receive IDR in Indonesia, and I want to have that sent to my HKD bank account. So we can also help, so that why it calls sandwich is because it's fiat IDR and HKD on both sides. But in between, we are actually using stablecoin. So meaning that those businesses can leverage the benefit of stablecoin, which is instant payment, which is low cost, and then with the user interface that they are used to, which is fiat currency on both ends. Hong Kong is already doing a lot and helping a lot because of this different regulation. It actually creates certainty to traditional business. So we, as I've mentioned, we are actually the first licensed Web3 exchange, so that with this license, people become comfortable that, okay, if they want to buy virtual assets, if they want to buy Bitcoin, previously it's a little chaotic, but right now with the license, people know that, okay, I can send money to OSL because I can trust that my money is in good hands because we have the license. And similarly to stablecoin as well, with the launch of the new stablecoin regime and also the regulation in Hong Kong. And there are also regulation in Singapore, and I'm sure that there will be more and more regulation in the different ASEAN market as well. So I think these can help, this regulation will help create the certainty that is needed for traditional business to adopt. So I think my view is that it will be complementary to each other. So there will be use cases that is using the what we call the central bank digital money. It makes sense, particularly the the settlement between the bank layer or between country. I think that makes perfect sense. But there are cases where, for example, USD denominated stablecoin, because right now a lot of importer exporter are still more used to USD, so there will be use case of those USD denominated stablecoin. And indeed, we also just launched one working with a partner in the US, which is Anchorage Bank. So that is fully US compliant stablecoin for the B2B sector. And then, as you have mentioned, Hong Kong also issued 2 licenses to the 2 companies in issuing HKD. And then I'm sure that HKD, there will also be use case. So in summary, to answer your question, I think there will be different types of stable coins or different type of central bank digital money that will be used in different scenarios. So I don't think it will be a one size fit all.